Hello, welcome everyone. This is Meredith. I am here with our week ahead reading, our weekly forecast, starting with Sunday, the 14th of October, running through Saturday, the 20th of October, 2018. So let's jump in. We are using the Universal Weight Tarot, and I've picked some cards in the theme of the week for us. So this will be the energy, the primary energy running through the week that we will be negotiating with all the other cards. So our first card is the Queen of Wands. As I tell you always, the kings and queens, they're about self-mastery. And the Queen of Wands, she's full of creativity and focus. So we'll have a lot of that on tap this week. Focus on our creative spirit. Beautiful. I'm listening to my guides. The Queen's presence, the Queen of Wands' presence puts us in consideration of our soul's purpose, which is to be the love that we are and how we share that. She brings illumination and a harmonious balance of the emotional and the intuitive together. So beautiful. She's resourceful and extremely self-aware. So this is nice, especially when it comes to our creative spirit, being self-aware. It's important. It's a deep inner connection. So it feels to me with just the Queen, first card by herself, we are in deep focused connection with our creative spirit this week. Let's see what comes with her. How sweet. The Ace of Swords. Divine and cosmic gift of clarity. That's everlasting strength there too. The Ace of Swords. Beginnings, fresh starts, making decisions. A fertile mind, which goes great with the Queen of Wands. Inspired, enthusiasm, I feel here on this card too. So inspiration, enthusiasm, creative focus. This is lovely. And then going with that, the Chariot. Well, having the determination and the ability to make it all happen, make it all move. The Chariot brings us the will to move our desires into the now and into the oncoming. So determination, a journey begun, moving forward, garnering our gains and what we consider to be our losses. So there's inner reflection, more inner focus here with these cards. Beautiful. Deep self-awareness, I feel, is at the core of this week. We are examining life lessons, life experiences, and how they're blessing us now. All right, let's get into our Sunday, which is the 14th of October, and our first card. Another Queen, Queen of Swords. Geez, more clarity. You know, the Queen and the King of Swords, they get a bad rap for being cold. And I don't feel that about them. It's just that they're decisive. Decision making comes easy to them. They're able to focus and discern and move forward with their decisions. So this is on our Sunday, the 14th. So something comes into our awareness on Sunday that requires focus, that requires decision making. I feel strongly this has something to do with moving for a lot of you. It's moving within your career or how you are of service, maybe adding in aspects, different ways of being of service, things that you want to add to what you already do. That's exciting. Oh, and look, here's our second card, King of Swords. So we have a match set. So divine feminine, divine masculine, and both of the sword suit Also, kings, queens, they bring us self-mastery. So we are engaging our self-mastery in a very harmonious, balanced way in this day. The king, he makes decisions that improve the world. So there are decisions within the day here that make improvements to your world and everyone in it. And then accompanying them is the Page of Wands. Fire and focus. That's quite the combo we have going on. The pages deliver news. They're all about communication. This page has burning ambition and enthusiasm. So like the queen over here with inspired enthusiasm, creative focus. And then the Ace of Swords, the gift of clarity and everlasting strength, and the desire, the willpower, the determination to move it all forward. At the theme of the week, it combines beautifully with our King and Queen of Swords and then our Page of Wands. So there's something fresh and new that has occurred to us. It feels like information. Garnering our gains here, it's a big deal. From that Chariot, garnering gains and losses and then turning that over into something that serves what we're doing in the now. And it does so with enthusiasm. It's beautiful. It's creative spirit, all fired up. Okay, let's look at our Monday. This is going to be the 15th of October, and we start with the Wheel of Fortune. Beautiful. Beautiful. Turning in our favor. The wheel is turning in our favor. It's upright, so that's great. Jupiter is on this card, which is a good fortune planet. There's change. There's a breakthrough of clarity. So this too connects with the Ace, the King and the Queen of Swords. There's creativity in this card as well, so that connects beautifully with the Wands. And the motion of the wheel, it's always in motion. So that is connecting with our Chariot as well. We're looking inward. We are really in that review of reviewing our gains and our losses and how they're affecting the now. And my feeling here is that that's super positive. What we consider a loss, it's not really a setback. It's a breakthrough. It helps us consider things we haven't considered before. Everything is changing for the better. Anything is possible. This is a great time to set intentions, new intentions, when this card shows up. Also, when the Wheel of Fortune is present, we run into people from our past. People we haven't seen or talked to in a long time. Let's see what comes with this. The Lovers. Okay, so we could be running into someone from our past who was, a potential partner or an old friend or a family member we haven't seen in a very, very long time. Reconnection on this card. That's my feeling. But the Lovers is also about making a choice, which ties into our other cards. We're looking at our options. We've got new discoveries. We've got new creative inspiration, and we're trying to decide exactly how to apply that here. And then in a more traditional way, it feels like the Wheel of Fortune is turning in our favor in terms of beloved relationship. There's also a balance of divine masculine and divine feminine on this card. And having the maturity in the now moment to choose wisely and in accordance with our intentions. We're not so distracted by something flashy and new, which is great. We're more inclined to look at the journey we've traveled thus far when we turn this card over. So there's a choice to be made here that can create a little bit of tension, but once we make our choice, the tension is released. Our consciousness rises, and we are feeling full faith for following our heart. This is a card about true love and making decisions that support our desires. So beautiful. And what goes with that is the Four of Wands, yet another wand, and that one of the happiest cards in the tarot. This is called the honeymoon card. Some people refer to it as 1111. If you know your numerology, great. If you don't, look that up. Not a numerologist here, so I will not attempt to speak intelligently about 1111. I do know that it's positive for manifesting, so keep that in mind here. And also, I'd like to note that we've had consistent messages in recent days about crossing a threshold, walking through a new doorway of life experience, and this card certainly shows that. So we are in a new, enthusiastic, inspired, creative phase. We are just lit right up from within, and we're expressing ourselves. We're being emotionally open and intimate, and it's blessing our life, and it's blessing everyone we're coming in contact with. So what a beautiful card. And on our Monday, we got a fourth card too, and it is the 6 of Pentacles. Generosity. Harmony of giving and receiving. We are definitely going with the flow. We are in the flow. We're being blessed. We're blessing. So in matters of the heart here, the Wheel of Fortune is turning in our favor, most especially in beloved relationship. And for a lot of us, things are expanding and deepening within connection in our beloved relationships. And then you have more of that repeated on this 6. There's giving and receiving here. There's generosity. There's prosperity. There's abundance. So yeah, the wheel is turning, fortunately, for all of us. Okay, next would be our Tuesday, the 16th of October. Our first card is the Queen of Cups, another queen. There's a lot of self-mastery energy showing up this week. So we are 3 queens in so far to this week ahead reading. This is wonderful. It tells us that we are very happy on this leg of our journey right now. And the Queen of Cups engages our self-mastery around our intuitive gifts. She is deeply intuitive. Excuse me. She consults her divination tool, which is her cup over here, regularly. And she has no problem trusting her intuitive self, listening to and following with full faith the messages she receives. So on our Tuesday, we are invited to really lean into our faith for our intuitive gifts. My feeling here is that something comes into the day, and we've got to feel our way through it, and this is the Queen to connect to when we do. So next card with her, our fourth queen, our fourth and final queen, Queen of Pentacles. So this is something to do with something physical, tangible, something manifested. She's the mother of the material here. This is property, finances. This is planting seeds of desire, new seeds of desire, creatively inspired through the theme of the week here. We're lit up with enthusiasm for the new that's on offer to us. We're going for it. And we are engaging our intellect and our spirit simultaneously, synchronistically, and it's beautiful. It's creating such an amazing flow. We are fully engaged with our self-mastery since we have all these queens here. Strong creative energy on our Tuesday. And let's see what comes with her. The Fool. Yeah, it's a brand new beginning, a whole new fresh start, crossing this threshold. So this is, at the time of this reading, probably the 4th consecutive, maybe the 5th consecutive day with messages about crossing into a new territory of self-discovery, and it's just golden. So keep at it, folks. All right, let's look at Wednesday the 17th. Our first card is 2 of Swords. Yet another decision to make. This one, because it's swords, there's a lot of mental energy going into this. This person is shown blindfolded and has the swords crossed over their heart center. So there's a level of protection on this card and a desire and a need to go within, to shut out the noise that's all around us, to make a choice. So it may be something that carries over from our Monday on the Lovers card, because that's a choice card. This is a choice card. But this is deciding how to go forward. And I feel that as we've crossed into this threshold, this new territory on our spiritual journey, of course, we've encountered things we've never encountered before, and we need to take them into consideration before we take the next step. So the Fool here on our Monday, unconcerned with consequences, just skips along on the spiritual path, having not encountered anything negative nor anything exceptionally positive either. It's rather neutral, but the opportunity is wide open. And now I'm feeling here on our Wednesday, some of that opportunity has created scenarios and circumstances that we have to take into consideration and how they apply to our goals and intentions. So this is why our Two of Swords shows up, and why we might want a bit of a timeout and some quiet to go within and make sure we are in harmony and alignment with what it is we truly desire. Now, some of you too, this Two of Swords can indicate being in denial, needing time to sort out everything that's in front of you, and it could be quite emotional. We have all these queens here. We have all this self-mastery, so we could get engaged by our emotional beingness and not exactly know how to decide or where things are going to fall. And my guides are speaking right now and saying, that's okay. It's okay to not know. It's okay to let things flow and unfold in front of you without you having to make a decision immediately. So let's see what comes with this. He's in every reading, folks, the Knight of Swords. He doesn't quit. Honestly, he shows up every single day in our daily readings. He's got something to say. He's bringing us clarity, though. But along with the clarity comes a rushed and impetuous energy. So these two cards together are guiding us to be in our own natural rhythm and cycle with making decisions, and reminding us to not cave into the pressure of others who may be depending on us to make a decision. We need to do that in our own right way, and in a way that suits the highest and greatest outcome for everyone involved, whatever the circumstance here. So don't be pushed or pressured or stressed into something. Give yourself time to, or give yourself the space to be in your natural rhythm and cycle to make your choice. Another thing on that Two of Swords I'm feeling is there's a bit of defensiveness and protection, because those swords are crossed over the heart center. And it could be an outside source attempting to pressure us in the now, and we feel the need to be protective. So rather than retreating, withdrawing, it's encouraging for us to state what our needs are, what our desires are in the moment. And if you require space to make a decision, state that clearly. Communicate clearly. That's what I feel here. Swords appreciate clarity. Swords bring us clarity. So communicate clearly. And then look at that, of course, Page of Pentacles. Why not, right? I'm just talking about natural cycles and rhythms. And the Page of Pentacles is just that. Again, bringing news of the material, something about prosperity, finances, abundance in some way, connecting to the Queen up here. But this is fresh. This is new and somewhat unexpected, and we are encouraged to take our time. And like I've mentioned before, when we turn the Page of Pentacles over, you can almost always see some sort of crop rotation going on in the background. The page stands within the field, and there are crops in varying degrees of growth. So some of it's ready to harvest, some of it isn't. So everything in its own right time. So same with decisions. Everything in its own right time. Let's take a look at our Thursday, the 18th. We start out with the sun. Beautiful. Who doesn't love seeing the sun? Happiest card of the tarot. more abundance, more bounty, more creativity. It's illumination. The light of the sun shining on everything under it, which is great. There's success. There's good health here. There's awakening in our spiritual journey. So very much a week about our spiritual journey. What else do we have here? My guides want to say about this. There's sanctuary in this card, and that is the sanctuary of your own self. Being connected, centered, grounded. This is primary self-care. And I think that too often when I turn over the Sun card. It's a reminder to take good care of the self, to nurture the self. And let's see what comes with it. The Death card. Yeah. Simultaneous endings and beginnings on that card. Powerful card, and beautiful to see it with the Sun. So whatever challenging energies come with the Death card, they are neutralized by the Sun. And what comes with that? The Ace of Wands, a divine and cosmic gift. So we've got 2 aces in this reading so far. And the Ace of Wands specifically brings beginnings, new ventures, the attainment of spiritual goals, and the ambition to attain your goals. There's a lot of dream fulfillment on this card too, and it speaks strongly to heightened passion within beloved relationship. That shows up on this card. There's also fertility on this card, and travel with this. There's a lot of travel in the Wands and movement with the Wands. So this comes back to a message of potentially moving house for some people. That's shown up for several days too. So here it is yet again. Simultaneous endings and beginnings could have something to do with leaving where you currently live for a new location. It can also have something to do with leaving one job or career for a new one. So that's here too. So if this speaks to you in that way, it's a good day for you when it comes to considering a new career path or making adaptations to your career. All right, let's take a look at our Friday. This is the 19th. Time out, folks. Time out. We have 4 of Swords on the table. This is rest for the spiritual warrior. This is a card to rest the mind, relax. Lots of activity, as we've seen. A lot of creative fire in here, and it requires harmony and balance, and we're getting it here on the 4 of Swords. So if you're able on your Friday to take a time out, maybe go for a short trip away for the weekend, or I also feel guided to say to create an opportunity to be with your beloved. Maybe turn off the cell phones and the tablets and the TV and get into nature. Go hold hands and walk in the woods. Next card, Temperance. Wow, backing up the need for harmony right here. And Temperance is an alchemy card, and it can have us harmonizing volatile energies. So it could be what's on our 2 of Swords over here. We have not yet reached our final decision, but in the quiet, in the relaxation of the 4 of Swords and Temperance, we find just the right environment that is supportive of our ability to choose wisely and for our own highest and greatest good. Let's see what comes with it. Hanged Man. Yet again, a pause in the action here. So a pause in the action on the 4 of Swords, and then again on the Hanged Man. This is us seeking enlightenment, tuning into our higher self-awareness. So Friday is a timeout day. If you can manage to not be of service in your work and career that day, do that. Make a long weekend for yourself if at all possible, and really enjoy it. Let's take a look at our Saturday, the 20th. First card, King of Pentacles, Father of the Material now. So tons of self-mastery. I feel like, we've been juggling a bit, but not in a stressful way, really. It's just that we have a lot of new information, circumstances, situations in our now moments on offer to us, and we're navigating all of that. and it's bringing us into all the benefits of what the swords offer, all the creative fire of what the wands offer, the intuition of the cups. It's great, and we have the sun shining on it, and we have things ending and things beginning. So it's really good. Love seeing this King of Pentacles here because it tells me that we're staying grounded and connected to what means the most to us. So this king brings us prosperity, more generosity, of course, very earthy. So the groundedness, the centeredness remains, because coming with this is the reason we do all this, 10 of Cups. And this is living the benefits of love. This is more fulfillment, more manifestation, blossoming right in front of us, dreams coming true, wishes fulfilled, everything beautiful under the rainbow, everything beautiful under the sun. This is why we do what we do, isn't it, folks? And then the card going with that is strength. Beautiful. Oh, what a reading so far. So far, that's pretty much the end of it right there. But there's passion and courage on this card. This is acceptance. This is connected also to temperance, because you harmonize potentially volatile information, energies here too with the strength. I mean, we have an animal that could easily overpower a human, and yet harmoniously they are there together. And this is what we're attempting to do with our Lover's card and our Two of Swords. And there's so much entering into our environment that could distract us all from exactly what we're aiming at. 10 of Cups, 4 of Wands, the Lovers, the Fool, even this new journey that we're on. We could easily be distracted, but we are doing our very best to stay connected to our heart space. We're seeing that here on our Thursday. And by doing so, we continue the beautiful movement we have right now on the wheel. Amazing. Amazing. All right, I feel guided to get out the angel answer cards. Usually I stop this reading right here because, you know, it's a lot of information. It's a lot to digest. I mean, it's a full week's worth of information. So my guides, though, have me going for the angel answer cards. This is an opportunity for you to ask a question if you wish. And we have cards jumping out. I'm putting this with the Queen on our Tuesday. Listen to your intuition. It'll help you make good decisions. Lovers, Two of Swords. Then I have Ask Your Angels. I'm putting this with Temperance and the Hanged Man on our timeout day on Friday. If you need guidance, if you still require guidance, ask for signs, ask for symbols in your day so that whatever's being considered over here can be answered over here. Next card. Down on the floor. We got 3 of them. Oh, that's nice. I just said to you, look for signs, look for symbols, and then we get this one. Look for a sign, yes. So that can be confirmation and support to the decision you've already made. However, meditation also brings answers, so I'm putting that with our Friday as well. Friday is really a great day to take it off if you can. And then we have, last one, choose a new direction. I'm putting that over here with the Chariot. Because I do feel that we're poised to go off in any direction we choose. You know what? Actually, I'm going to put it with the Fool. That's what the Fool would do. Just go off in any direction and see what happens. Okay. I'm going to do, last card, an affirmation card for the week from the Notes from the Universe on Love and Connection. And great. That you have options is meaningful. Rock on. If I could make just 2 wishes, I'd wish I could somehow convey to you the profound depths of my gratitude for every moment of your life. So this is a message from the universe. This is the universe being grateful for every moment of our lives. How sweet. I'd also wish that you could somehow know of your unimaginable importance, just as you now are to the lives of so very many. And of course, I'd wish for even more wishes. Oh, shoot. That's cute. Oh, you were such a good idea, the universe. Yes, we are such a good idea, and the universe thinks of us that way. How sweet. I love that. All right, everyone, that is the weekly forecast reading for October 14th through the 20th. Have a beautiful week. Check me out on the daily readings. I will be back with you all very soon for Monday's reading. Have a blessed weekend. My peace, love, and joy to you. Please like, share, and subscribe on the channel here. I appreciate that. And if you'd like to book a private reading, you can do that in the description box below. And I will timestamp each day of the week for you so you can browse easily through the week. And that will also be in the description box for you. Bye for now, everyone.